So it is Wednesday, the the 19th, I think. 19th, yeah, it's the 19th. Tomorrow's the 20th. Um, so basically, I had my visit with Dr. Blackham, which was requested from Dr. Chang. He's not like over enthusiastic, but he's very thorough. So he explained the entire surgery, the procedure, the robotic piece of it, how the differences between an open versus robotic. In open, they spread your ribs to get to like the lymph node and which is on the left side. I have stuff on the right too. But he explained the esophectomy. It's a almost an all-day procedure. So at this point, it's penciled in for December 16th, which is great. I'll get official confirmation tomorrow. I go for a PET scan prior to, which I'm very happy about because he requested it. Because I wanted a second PET scan done because I'm curious to know what shrank, how it looks, if anything else lights up, that kind of process. So very, very glad that he ordered the PET scan. He also ordered more blood work, which is fine. Blood work comes and goes, but they don't know what my blood type is. So they actually put an order in for my blood type, which I know is A negative. It's always been because my emergency C-section with Austin and having to have a RhoGAM shot afterward, which usually is negative blood that does that. So I've always known. But it's good that, they're verifying and making sure just in case if I do lose a lot of blood or something, they'd be able to replenish it and they would know what type. So that was really good. I got, paperwork that goes through the risks, everything, like details a lot of information, which is really good because there's not a lot of info out there about esophageal cancer, and everything that's out there is like a mishmash of information. So this is nice, like it goes through the procedure, it goes through your risks, it goes through the afterward, your food intake and things like that. I'll have a what the hell did she call it? Feeding tube, sorry. Yeah, I'll have a feeding tube for a couple weeks depending on how I heal. If I heal really good, then, I won't need the feeding tube as long. There'll be a nurse that will come in and help with the pump and everything with the feeding tube, which is fine. It's going to be different, but once, I heal, we'll find out if Chang got the second lymphoma, lymph node. If not, that will be a separate surgery. So I won't know until after, when recovery starts. I'll be in the hospital, they said, for about 4 weeks, I think. Well, I guess it really depends on, how the recovery goes for me. So I've already had a robotic procedure previously, which I had a hysterectomy, and I healed really good from it, and I healed fairly fast. So I'm hoping, with this that it goes fairly well. But I'll be in, the hospital for a couple weeks and stuff, and that's to be expected. But they're going to monitor me really close to make sure I don't have like fever or don't get pneumonia or like check different things, like any weirdness that I come across, I need to let them know immediately. So, but for the most part, I've been staying as healthy and hydrated as I possibly can. Yes, I have the fatigue. It's annoying as all hell, but it is what it is. But I mean, I did a little bit of a cheat with the pumpkin pie and the cupcakes. You get a little hungry for sweets. But for the most part, I've been staying pretty much on the keto diet for basically my food intake, and I make sure I drink my water, and I have my other teas that I also swap out as well. So there is also, I have to get checked off by my cardiologist, which I need to call tomorrow after I get the confirmation for the surgery date. So that'll be that. What else is there? I would have preferred to go to Johns Hopkins, in all honesty, but their lack of communication and doing anything has really turned me off. And I'm just very frustrated with them because they requested for the PET scans. No callback once they got them, because I know they have them. No callback. No further appointments. Nothing else being scheduled. Like, if I wanted to go with them, what do I need to do? Call them? No, they should be calling me, getting all this stuff done. That's what at least Lehigh Valley has been doing. They've been getting everything situated and moving forward. Johns Hopkins hasn't done shit. And I'm really annoyed because that was my preference. But if you're not going to do anything and you're not going to move forward and let me know you actually want to do the surgery, then I'm sorry, I have to move forward. I can't hold, things up. I want to get this shit out of me. So that's where I stand with that at this point. And even if they would decide to call me now, forget it. It's too late. They really messed things up. Mind you, they were eager to send me bills, which we got paid, no problems, but nothing else. No other communication from them. So I'm not going to waste a 3-hour drive for, not being spoken to, or this is what we want to do, or let's get this scheduled. Nothing. Dead silence. So unfortunately, I don't know, the statistics fully with Lehigh Valley, and people have had good experiences, people have had bad experiences. I'm just going to take it as it is and move through it, be as positive as I can, which is very hard. Because, I'm scared, very scared. I want to have that survival rate. I want to be able to make it past the 5 years. So it's a big deal coming up. It's a very big deal, and things are moving along, and I just have to follow through and make sure I stay healthy, make sure I keep the hydration going, and I keep the weight up so that it's not so bad when, after the surgery and stuff, I have to go in a feeding tube. I'm scared as hell. Big time. Because I don't know what's going to happen. It's so unknown at this point. But I just want to get through it. I just want to get the cancer out of me and start healing and start to become more normal and be able to do the regular things that I once could do. I can't stand this. It's hard going up steps. I have 15 steps to go up, and it's so tiring and frustrating going up those steps. Going down, I feel like I'm going to just fall. I mean, if you watch me walk, I look like a drunkard or a wobbly person because I have very little balance. And I mean, it doesn't matter what I do. This doesn't change. Like, it'll get a little bit better as I keep flushing my system out with the chemo and getting that out of me, but it's hard. It's so fucking hard. It really is. Like, I never knew what a cancer person really went through. And now experiencing this, I couldn't honestly say if it's worse than a person with breast cancer, prostate, colon, pancreatic, any of the others. I don't know what that's like, but I know my cancer in particular is brutal. It's very brutal, and it's very hard on the body. The chemo, I think, is the worst part of it. Even though I had 2 sessions of immuno, it's still, the chemo is the worst. It like just demolishes you. It just takes everything away that was you. It strips you of everything. But here I am, still moving forward as best as I can do it. And the surgery is hopefully going to be scheduled for the 16th of December. The sooner the better. They want to do 4 weeks out, which is good. I'm actually glad for that. So I think that's all the updates that I have for now. If I can think of anything else, I will post, but peace, so mote it be.